Alright guys, so I already did these, but I'm gonna go more into detail on how to do the springs. So basically you start right here with this little spring compressor. I bought this one on eBay for like 15 bucks. So first it screws into these two holes for your rocker arms. So you screw them in there. You start it in there, make sure it's centered, and then you tighten it up. You don't want to go too tight, just a couple ugga-duggas. And then you get this part, and then you put it on top right here. And then put your nut. This one's gonna compress your spring down. Make sure that this is not, the plate is not on top of the keeper. And then you tighten it down. And then you get your magnetic screwdriver. And sometimes they come out easily. Sometimes they get stuck. Whenever they get stuck, just go until they release. So after you take out those keepers, you just loosen it back up. Take this off, and that's your spring. And then I'm doing new valve stem seals, so I gotta take these off and just press the new ones in. I'll show you how to take the seals off. Sometimes they're easy, sometimes they're hard. I was putting a wrench on them, just prying them open a little bit. Just pry them up, stick a screwdriver under there, and pop them out. And then you get your new seals. So you just grab your new seals. I like to put a little bit of oil in there just to let it slide on in there better. So you put it on like that. So what I like to do is grab a screw, thread it in there, and get yourself a socket that fits over them. And you could do it with the wrench. I'm doing it with the crescent wrench. You just put it over there and you press it down. Make sure you're pressing nice and evenly down. Make sure it seats all the way. And then you grab your next seal, put some oil in there. Put it on. Grab your screw. Hit that. Put your socket on there and press it in. It's beautiful. And then after you press your seals on, you want to go ahead and get your valve spring compressor. And basically just do what you did in reverse. And then get your new fancy dual springs from Texas Speed. Set them down in there and there. Get your PRC titanium retainer. Put them on top of right here. Make sure you're centered on your little bracket. A couple ugga-duggas. And then get this one again. Put your nut on there. And start tightening it. Make sure sometimes the valve goes down, so you got to go from underneath there and push it back up. And then you get your keeper. Which ones were these?
This one should be the left side.
This side?
Yeah.
You don't have to go too far down, you just gotta. As you can see, the valve's not right in the middle, so I gotta reposition it a little bit. Oh, this one. Alright guys, so you just get your keepers in there. Make sure they're in there right. Loosen it up. And you're done. With one at least. And just like that. You got your new valve springs. I'm gonna teach you how to do the CHE Trunnion kit upgrade. This is your rocker arm under high RPM. These bearing caps could wobble out and then send a whole bunch of needle bearings in your engine. So I went with the CHE Trunnion kit. It's a bushing style with snap rings. So I'm gonna show you how to install this. So basically you got to press it out. You see the rocker has these flat sides on it. On the flat side you're gonna put the bigger socket on there, just like that. And then on the other side you're gonna have a smaller socket that could go in the actual rocker arm. So you get them on like this. You get them in your device. Let me see how it can fit. You get them in your vise. Make sure everything's centered, and then start pressing it out. Make sure to catch them because they will fall. And just like that, and that one's out. So you see these, nothing holds them in, and then it sends all these little bearings. I'm about to get them out. All these little bearings are loose inside your engine. So you want to make sure all your parts are clean. Wipe down your rockers, make sure there's no burrs in there. And wipe down these. And then you get your bushing. Put a little bit of oil in there and slide it on the Trunnion. Make sure there's nothing touching. Then you get your snap ring pliers. Make sure you don't overextend the snap ring. And put it on just like that. And then make sure it has some oil in there. And then you slide it in your rocker. And same thing with this side. You get the bushing, put some oil on there, slide it in. And then get your snap ring. And just like that, you got the Trunnion upgraded. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of the rocker arms, but it's the same thing for all of them.